They've promised that dreams can come true, but forgot to mention that nightmares are dreams too. A quote by Oscar Wilde.
Differently.
That Reggie attacks.
Maybe. I don't think they're cool. I saw him trying to I don't know if that's the cat, but it's gray and just like that.
Yeah.
Reg was cornered between the door and the cat at the front, and the cat was up one of the stairs, and they were doing that face-off thing. And that same cat was doing a screaming match a few weeks ago with another cat, just violent screaming.
It's I'm here to fucking fight every single one of you.
Really dramatic, and nobody was doing anything.
Yeah.
They were just howling.
No, they just sit there and they stand arched backs,
screaming.
I wonder what that catnip in the backyard's gonna do for that.
I know. It did cross my mind. I was we might have some problems.
You're gonna have a catnip crack house.
Honestly, they can come. I will get more catnip bushes if all the neighborhood cats just come and
get
say hi.
Yeah, there's okay.
It's good vibes.
This is this is the good house. Yeah. But anyways, this is Grimly. We are recording.
Welcome to Grimly, and Meg.
I am Missy.
How are you?
I'm good. I meant to tell you, I noticed a cat in my neighborhood. A street cat. Not street cat.
It's a country cat in your neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a country cat. But it looks just like Reggie.
Oh.
If Reggie had a little less ink in the printer.
Okay.
It's gray spots instead of black spots.
Oh, okay.
It was oh shit. There's just a cat running through the yard. Fucking around.
They're a delight, honestly.
Yeah.
Your cat, your mom's cat.
Yeah, Cece.
Cece.
Yeah.
Is that on the featured on the Instagram
Yes, on the
picture?
story. Yeah. She doesn't really get when I have a laptop in my lap that she also can't be in my lap. If it's always when I'm doing research on because usually I'm watching something on YouTube or something on the TV, and she's always fucking trying to lay on the laptop. I'm girl.
Oh, she wants to be on the laptop.
She wants to be on the laptop.
It's warm, and she wants their attention.
She does.
Also, they like to lay on top of things that are on top of other things.
Yeah, it's cats are weird.
Yeah, I don't want to they don't want to just lay on the floor.
No,
only on something else on top of the floor.
Yeah,
clothing, a sock, a piece of paper. Literally, it can be the same texture as the floor, and they'll be no, that is
a box.
I need to sit on that.
Yeah. It's
goofy.
Yeah. I wonder who knows why they do that. Cats are a strange creature. God, I was going to tell you something. Okay, I can't remember. Oh, I remember. It's about how stupid I am. So I had to get a new car battery for my car this week.
Okay.
And instead of just having the people install it, I was I can install a car battery.
They're really heavy.
Well, they're heavy. I was that's fine. Whatever. Took me hour and a half.
But did you do it?
I did.
Then fucking what are you complaining about? That's amazing. This is a success story. What is that stupid?
I was so annoyed
but
though.
You did it yourself and everything's working fine?
Yeah, clearly I drove here, but
amazing. I don't understand.
I had this brazen on my arm. I don't know if you can see it.
No, but it looks like you have been scratched.
There was also a scratch in the moment.
Okay, yeah, I can't see.
There was a moment
a
drop.
Light bruising. I say it's worth it. Does it hurt?
No. I only noticed it.
This is not a.
I thought it was grease on my arm. That's why I was trying to it's oh, that's a bruise. How I did that while installing a battery to my car, it should take you fucking 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Well, if the next one will probably take you 20 minutes.
I don't know. There was one point.
You don't ever have to have someone install your battery again.
There was one point I dropped a wrench in the bottom of my car and on the skid plate underneath. I was fuck, I'm gonna get that stupid thing.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, because I can't. You can't leave that there. It's gonna fly out and kill somebody.
Or fuck your engine up so bad.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of somebody else. Look at me.
Both things.
Yeah, I mean it's all not good. You can't leave it. And yeah,
you got it.
I got it.
Did you use tongs or something?
I used a broom.
Okay.
I swept it out from underneath.
You swept it.
And then I went underneath the car because I finally got it out from underneath the skid plate. I got it on the ground. So I was
brilliant.
I grabbed I had to use a bunch of different types of wrenches. It was just I don't know. It made me feel very stupid.
Quite the opposite.
Thank you.
Feel accomplished. You're always doing.
I'll do
cool shit.
Goddamn self. And
yeah.
I mean, I should have had someone install it.
How much would that?
I don't know. It was funny because I told my mom. She's like, they just always offer to do it for me. And I was like, oh, well, la-di-da, lady.
Oh, you mean at like the Les Schwab or
Yeah.
whatever?
Or no, she went to like, she's still like O'Reilly's, like the Olive Park
O'Reilly's,
stores.
yeah.
Yeah. She
They
was like,
have done it for me too, actually.
oh, I guess I give off a different vibe.
Well, you have given off the vibe that was like, I can do this myself, and you fucking did. I very much give off a, do you want me to put the oil in it for you? And I'm like, no, I can do that, thank you. Kind of vibe.
You know? Another vibe is.
But thank you for telling me
invalid.
that the car should be turned off for a while, so it's not hot. Actually, glad to have met you.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
very helpful, honestly.
Yeah, it was just a really big pain in the ass, and I just kind of wish I just had paid
I
somebody.
think you needed to tweak that attitude.
Fair.
I think that was the coolest story I've heard all week, except for the one I told you about the Warren Jeffs compound.
Except for my story. my experience lately has been way better.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything. You did something. You should be.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Thank you. This is
show me how to do mine.
I
What are
will.
you talking about today?
Actually, so before that, did you know that this is episode 20?
No,
It's 20 episodes.
it
We've
seems
done
like not
this.
that long ago. You were saying it was double digits, so I thought that was 10 at the time, but maybe it was like.
I think it was maybe 13 or something. I don't know.
Well, what's
We're at episode 20 though. Like
that is a lot of work for you. So
I feel very accomplished.
2 snaps.
I feel snaps to you too. I don't know. It's very cool. Like we continue to do this.
Oh.
Do you have any podcasting advice for anybody out there who would want to start a podcast?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't have to offer. Absolutely not. Yeah, I have some advice. I have a friend who does all the work for the podcast. That's my advice.
Oh no.
What's yours?
You know, actually, when I was starting this, I got some really great advice that I have continually told myself throughout this entire process is that if a dumb white bro can do it, then you can do it too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of confidence.
And I was like,
I should feel very confident today, especially.
yeah, thank you. Because
Episode
I
20.
also installed a car.
Yes. I don't know.
If a bro can do it, you can do it too. That is the motto of the week,
I love it.
perhaps. But yeah, that's
Fantastic.
But okay, yeah. So what we're doing today. So today we're doing one of your favorite topics.
Yeah.
One of my
Okay.
topics. It's not okay. It's not that I don't like this topic. We're doing aliens today. It's just I don't know. I really can't understand like why I'm just like so disinterested in aliens.
Well, I guess you haven't seen one, so it's basically like Sky Daddy at this point. You know what I mean? It's like
Maybe.
not super plausible.
It's not even that it's not plausible. I think it's completely plausible.
No.
It's just like, whatever.
I guess I find it interesting because I think it changes. It's like a paradigm kind of shifting
yeah.
revelation. I guess if we ever got like definitive proof,
It's going to
like
change
we all
everything.
saw them with our own eyes.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
It would be like, I just think it, because maybe it's because I, was raised like in the church.
Mhm.
There was this like, even though I feel like I've untethered myself from
Right.
those beliefs, I think there's still probably something that like, just almost like the way your brain is shaped when you like, it's like
Yeah.
underneath it all, there's still a framework.
Yeah.
that's there that I probably still
Those
subscribe to.
pathways. Yeah. They were created.
And so that would be fucking completely mind-blowing because it just changes everything that we know.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
that
I
we think we
definitely,
know, or historically, you know what I mean?
think it's definitely mind-boggling. Were you? I
Love
forgot
it.
to ask you this. Kind of a sidebar. Were you up for the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights that happened a couple weeks ago?
So this is the problem. I knew it was coming all week, like most other people.
Uh-huh.
And I looked out the window and I was like, didn't really see much, but I'm also in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to bed early and I wasn't asleep, but a friend texted me a photo from outside of her backyard who also lives in a city. And I was like, oh, damn, that's that's awesome. And I
Yeah.
was seeing some of the other photos.
Yeah.
But that I know she lives, she lives in Western Washington. So
Right,
she would
yeah.
have the same view. So I told my husband to go outside and look. And he looked and I said, is it out there? And he said, yeah, you can see some streaks. And I was like, should I get up for it? And he was like, I wouldn't. And then I was falling asleep. And I missed it. But I feel like people did say it was through the image of your photo that it was much more vivid. So like the photos I saw were not actually a lived experience. So that kind of makes sense that he was like, oh, it was fine.
Yeah. It was interesting because I took some photos and I was like, wow, like it looks very bright on the camera.
On the camera.
Yeah. But I also could just definitely see it from where I was.
I bet.
Yeah. It was very cool. But when you said like everyone be have like their minds blown, it made me think of that. That's why I asked.
Collective experience.
Yeah, collective experience. We're like,
I think it would be hugely. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would be like it would be monumental and like kind of change everything.
It
hopefully,
would be really scary. People would lose their fucking minds.
Yeah,
So completely.
Yeah,
like cave in on itself. Society
yeah, I think like religions would probably like crumble. A couple of them for sure.
Insane.
A couple new ones would like arrive.
Toilet paper when COVID happened, like we didn't make sure. So it would be like that times like 1,000.
Oh, you think it'd be like that?
I do.
Type of cat?
I do.
Oh.
But eventually, people would like humans would be like.
See, I just imagine it on like more of like a social, like blowing people's minds.
I think people would be fucking terrified.
I imagine like maybe like a panic initially.
I was gonna say that earlier. The fact that you're disinterested makes me feel like you're not afraid that anything bad could happen.
I don't know
pattern.
If anything worse can happen so far. Or maybe for me, I'm just hopeful that they show up and they like maybe throw some people in a spaceship that should go away. And be like, these people are the problem.
Wow.
It's like an anti-rapture. Like a...
Oh, okay. That would be nice.
That would be nice. I mean, maybe I'm being too idealistic about aliens. Well, it's like that tweet where it was like
optimistic, I would say.
Yeah, that tweet where like the aliens are gonna be really confused when they try to overthrow our leaders and we help them. It feels a little bit like that for me.
Wow, very simple.
Anarchist.
Little
vibes.
Cartoon aliens.
Take them over. But yeah, so that's what we're doing this week is we're doing another alien story. We haven't done one for a while.
All right, I like it.
Have you heard of the Allagash Incident?
I have heard of the Allagash Incident.
Oh, okay. So you will have some insight on this guy.
Maybe. I don't know if I'll have insight. I have opinions.
Okay. So the Allagash Wilderness area is a pretty remote area filled with lakes, streams, and it's up in the mountains of Maine and is about 128 square miles. So not super big, but it sounds very lovely.
Yeah.
On August 20th, 1976, 4 men are up in the Allagash Wilderness in Maine for a camping trip.
You said August?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, lovely.
Yeah. Probably very warm, nice, cool summer nights, hopefully.
Breezy.
So the group includes Jack Wiener, and Jim Wiener.
They were brothers?
They were brothers. They were twins.
Wow. Jim?
Jack and Jim.
Okay.
And probably the most ridiculous name I've ever heard in my life, Chuck Rack.
Wiener and Rack?
Yeah. Chuck.
This is already a hoax. I'm sorry.
Chuck.
I'm throwing in the flag. I'm flagging it.
Chuck Rack sounds like a restaurant where you buy wings, ribs, with like women dressed scantily. Come down to Chuck Racks and get your wings. That's what it sounds like to me.
If there were wings,
like a Hooters you buy from Wish or something.
Yeah. Beef though, Chuck.
Yeah, that's why I said
ribs.
That's
fantastic. Fantastic. I'm with you.
And the other guy's named Charlie Foltz. He's
Charlie.
Also poor Charlie.
All right, maybe Charlie experienced something. I don't know about the other guys.
That fucking Chuck Rack.
I'm suspicious.
So all 4 of these men became friends in college in Boston. They all went to like an art school, and they decided they wanted to take
art school.
Oh. Yeah, I know. I was like kind of interested in that. They all decided that they wanted to take this camping trip before having to head back to school.
Oh, cool.
Like they're kind of the last hurrah of the summer.
Yeah.
And this is them probably on a different camping trip or the same one.
Oh, it looks.
And the picture is not great quality.
70s,
yeah. the ponchos.
Honestly, but it is kind of giving like my husband at a campsite. Like,
Yeah.
today, do you know
Yeah,
what I
Dave
mean?
does love a good campsite outfit.
Okay, that was like you're
Shout out to
having
you,
fun.
Dave. Yeah. So this like trip it's supposed to be a pretty long trip. I think it's over a week. And it sounds like most of the time they have to like take a canoe to get to their campsites. So there's like a couple.
Oh my god! It sounds like an epic trip.
It does sound like a very epic trip. You
Okay,
say
but
this, but I can't get you to do.
I'm afraid of the dark. First of all,
I know. You also have a broken ankle, so we can't do it this summer. But
I know.
God damn it,
But
Megan.
I would like to.
There's
But it's also like weather.
There's
I
a
don't wanna
canoe
be cold,
trips.
I don't want to be wet. If I had the gear, I would do it. If I didn't have a bum ankle, but that's my other thing. I don't have a new fridge, even though I should buy a new fridge because I'm like, well,
Yeah. Well, you can rent a lot of gear. I hope you know that.
I don't need to.
Okay. Anyways,
I need to have my own, but then I could go again.
we will talk about this off air.
I'll take it off my.
Talk about this in therapy
Okay.
or couples
All
therapy.
right, so they're having fun.
Yeah.
And we are both jealous of the trip. for the
Yes, we
record.
are. We're jealous for different reasons, probably. Let's be real. Okay, so the second night, the men are camping at a lake called Chamberlain Lake in the area. This is where Jim notices a light in the sky, hovering about 200 feet above the tree line.
It's always a light, and that's literally all it is. Always. That is
That is
the
always it.
UFO lore. There's a light. in the sky.
Right? He's looking at it, and it just looks like a star, but like he's like, it's too bright to be a star. He's like, he just kind of just like staring at it. Wonder if it's a planet. It's like also not moving like a plane or a meteor. It's just like this weird light in the sky.
Okay.
Which you're right, it is always a weird light in the sky. But he's just standing there staring at it, and like,
Usually it's moving though. But
yeah. So he looks at it for about 30 seconds, and the light seemingly disappears, which is a little creepy. However, he doesn't think much of it, and then he just like doesn't mention anything to the rest of the guys. He's like, whatever.
satellite or whatever.
Satellite, or
Mhm.
maybe in the 70s.
I think so.
Yeah, I guess there's probably less satellites in the sky.
It's true.
Like I think it's like a really common thing for us now, but
That's true.
like
That's true.
back then, I don't know. Okay, so a few nights later, on August 26th, I will say some
few?
sources, so I say a few nights because there's something about this story, the sources are a little wonky. Because there's some sources that say it's August 24th that this happens. So I'm saying a few nights later, I'm saying August 26th. That seemed like the most credible source
Okay.
for me. So this night, the men decide they want to take their canoe out on Eagle Lake. Is another like they're kind of like canoeing up and like camping along the way. So they take it on Eagle Lake and they want to do some night fishing. First, before they leave on the canoe and do some night fishing, they make a really big campfire because they want to be able to like see their campsite from the water to be able to like
That
know where
makes
to paddle
sense.
back to. It
That
seems
makes
smart.
sense.
Yeah, it's like a beacon essentially.
Totally.
So they're on the water for a short time, about 15 to 30 minutes, less than an hour, essentially. And Chuck, this time, notices a bright light in the sky. And it's brighter this time. He describes it almost like a mini sun, which I would imagine be a pretty bright light. That's like not like a star or a planet.
It's like everyone around would. It's daylight.
No, it's at night. They're night
I
fishing.
know, but if it's a mini sun, then it's completely bright.
I don't know. That's a great question. That's just how he described it, was a mini sun. So all the men, like, they're then like looking at this because it's like a pretty bright light, and they're all just kind of staring at it when Charlie, I would not do this, he uses a flashlight and starts signaling a Morse code.
Okay.
He's flashing SOS at the light, which seems kind of reckless because your guys are not in distress. Flashing SOS means that you need to be saved. You know,
Sure, yeah.
like it just,
I don't know what else you would flag, but
I don't know. Maybe just don't fucking shine a light at like another bright light in the sky. Maybe just don't do that.
I'm still having a hard time wrapping my mind around what a sun means.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I can't.
I'm kind of imagining like a spotlight.
Yeah, because then you might say a moon.
Yeah, but then if like whatever phase
is
of
it
the
closer
moon is
moon?
happening, yeah, that's a
The
very
sun
good point.
makes things daylight.
It does. You're not wrong.
I'm confused. All right, go on.
So after flashing this SOS, whatever the light is, it seems to notice and responds.
What is it?
And this is when the thing in the sky shines like a spotlight.
More sunlight. More light.
Like they describe it as a spotlight.
Okay.
So I wouldn't
Like a tube
call
of
that
light.
sunlight. Yeah, a tube of light.
It's also not how the sun works. The sun is just, the light is everywhere. I'm sorry. That was a bad description,
you
sir.
a
It makes no
sunologist?
sense. We're just like, I'm looking at the sun now. It's daylight.
Fucking idiot. Okay, so the
There's a
light
beam
is,
of light on them.
yeah, there's a beam of light on the men, and this is when they're like, oh fuck, and they start to like hightail it to the shore in the canoe.
Okay. A canoe's not going to go all that
No.
fast
No.
either.
So they're furiously paddling back to the shore. The spotlight or whatever is shining on them is following them the whole
You're
time.
not going to get away from it. It's the sun.
So
I'm just kidding. No, stop. I will stop. It's just like, it's not the way the sunlight works.
that makes me think of is like one of my favorite jokes in Friends. Is when Ross goes to the tanning booth and he keeps like miscounting and he gets like spray tans like 4 times on the front.
Yeah, okay.
And he comes
That's
in.
funny, actually.
He's like, the place your wife recommended did this to me. And Chandler's like, is that place the sun? It's a fucking great joke.
You can't escape it. This.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
So
You
it's
can't-
following them.
Yeah. Okay. So they're paddling back. And so they get back to shore, almost to shore, and they turn back around towards the lake, and the light disappears on the horizon.
Okay.
However, as they're paddling, they like lose time. So like when they're looking back at the light, they're standing on shore, but the last thing they remember is paddling back.
Okay.
So there's like a gap in time there.
And nothing is now gone. Now
Yeah,
they're standing
and they're
on
like
the shore.
Yeah, so they're like furiously paddling the canoe.
Now they're on the shore looking
And then
at the thing.
as they're furiously paddling, there's like a gap in time. They end up on the shore. They're looking back, and the thing is disappearing on the horizon.
Okay.
So there's a gap in time.
Arguably, it was leaving.
Yes. So when they're standing on the shore, that's when they turn back to look at their fire that they had made less than an hour ago, and it's almost completely burned out.
Okay.
Which indicates that like
Mhm.
they've lost more time than they initially
That's
thought.
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting to be that for that being your lived experience.
Yeah, for
My-
sure.
The
For sure.
hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. If that's me,
Yeah. I'm like,
what the fuck is happening?
what the fuck is happening?
Yes.
So this is essentially what they do. So they go to a picnic table at the campsite, and they're sitting there and they're trying to make like sense of what is going on,
Yes.
but they're all just like so exhausted,
Oh dear.
and they're like kind of like dozing off of the table, and it gets to the point where like they kind of fall asleep at the table,
Okay.
and like they get up and they go to their tents because they're just like, we're too tired to like, we don't know what's going on. Which the sun is gone after
That's
this.
like me after I've been laying in the sun all day. You know?
You don't
A
lay in
day
the
at the
sun
beach.
anymore. Let's be real.
Listen, if I am on vacation, I am in the sun. I don't care.
Are you wearing sunscreen?
Yes, but you know, I'm not lacquered in sunscreen. Like I'm not afraid of the sun.
Yeah,
But
afraid of the sun. Even this little one that Chuck is talking about.
Not yet. Okay, so they're tired. They're wiped.
They're tired. They're wiped. They go to the bed.
They just go to bed.
They just go to bed. They're so tired. That's what they do. They're like, fuck, we're exhausted. We're falling asleep at the table.
And what else can you? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. You know,
I might want to leave, but I guess maybe they're so far away from it.
yeah.
Okay, I sleep. I
This
would
makes
be sleeping all 4 in a tent, please.
Yeah, probably.
Can we sleep together?
Yeah.
At that point, I
Can we
need
cuddle?
a buddy.
Please, please, can we cuddle?
Yeah.
So in the morning, the men are still confused
Yeah.
about what happened the night before, and they're just kind of like not really sure what to do. They're like, do they call somebody? Like, what the fuck happened? You know,
Sure.
do you call Mulder and Scully?
You call MoveOn. For real. You want
Actually, they're talked about in this. So they go back to camp. They move to the next campsite. They're just like, okay, I guess we're just gonna pack up camp, keep going. And so, like during this day, the next day, they see a forest ranger, and they tell him about the story.
Okay.
The ranger is skeptical.
Oh, he's like, I never heard anything like that.
Right.
I didn't hear anyone else. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And thinks maybe this men saw a plane or something else that's misinterpreted as a UFO. He even like goes as far as like give it he says it like there's a hardware store like opening, having like its grand opening like 75 miles away. He's like, maybe they had a spotlight and that's what you saw.
75 miles
75
away?
miles away.
Oh, he was thinking maybe it was like up,
yeah,
in the
but like
sky, and that's not what
that's
not the story they told.
Yeah, that seems like a stretch to say the
Sure.
least.
Okay. He doesn't believe them.
Yes, essentially, he doesn't believe them. So the guys are insistent that they didn't like do or any drugs or anything, that like they saw something and something happened. So even though the ranger is skeptical, he does report this incident to dispatch. And in the area, like kind of they're all talking now about this. And weirdly, there were a few other campers in other campgrounds that claimed to have also seen something similar in the few days leading up to this incident.
Okay, so other people have seen.
Yeah, so there's something out there that other people have talked about too. Rangers do also contact the local Air Force base, and they just like kind of ask, they're like, hey, have you got any like planes or anything flying around the area? And the base confirms that there's nothing that has been like going on aircraft wise.
All right. Not that they would
probably tell them.
necessarily. Maybe not.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they could make something up. You're like, oh yeah, we have a helicopter deployed for something.
Mhm.
But yeah, who knows? They don't have to tell you shit.
Yeah.
So the guys spend another few days in the Allagash wilderness. I would get out of there.
I know, another few days.
Yeah, that's just me. But like, maybe
But
there's
nothing bad.
nothing bad happened. They're
They're
just
just
like,
like,
this is weird. We don't
It
know.
just depends on how menacing
Yeah, it felt. Yeah, they never see the light again during their time in the wilderness. What?
I'm just like, men are also like not scared.
Probably, yeah. I would think they'd be fucking scared of this, but whatever.
Nothing bad happened.
So after this, they go home, they tell their friends and family about what happens, but everyone thinks that they're just kind of elaborating or just making shit up.
Yeah.
Or joking. Yeah. So the guys seemingly just shrug this whole thing off and move on with their lives. And this is where shit starts to get weird.
All
I
right.
will say right now. Is this ringing a bell for you at all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm here with the audience.
Good. I'm glad somebody is.
Along for the ride.
Okay, so in 1980, so this is 4 years later, Jim starts having alarming health problems, to say the least. He starts having some weird chest pains, and the left side of his body is also going numb. Which, how would they like? Am I having a heart attack?
How long after?
4 years.
Okay. It's a long time.
Yeah. So during this time, he also starts having night terrors and kind of what sounds like sleep paralysis. He says that he wakes up and he can't move and that there is something standing over him. He also says that sometimes he feels like he is levitating and hearing weird, almost hypnotic sounds during these night terrors.
Again, not very specific.
I mean, can you be specific about a dream?
Hypnotic sounds? I'd like a little more detail. What the hell is this hypnotic sound?
I'm imagining like a something, yeah, or like whenever you hear when you're getting a massage.
Like just like some nice
Yeah, in my brain, that's what I hear.
tranquil
Yeah,
music. Okay.
but who knows?
Because we can just only assume because no one was specific.
Yes, that's fair. So, I mean, these guys got fucking abducted aliens and they did nothing about it. Do you want them to be more descriptive? They're not going to be.
They were probably, I mean, they didn't talk about the reefer, but I'm sort of sensing that they were
Oh, we'll get into that.
doing some.
So, evidently, when Jim was a child, he also had similar night terrors.
Okay, well, listen. People who have contact experiences, they usually it is something that that happens over the course of their lifetime, or it runs in the family.
Yeah. Which we'll get into that too.
Could be mental illness. I don't know.
So when he had these night terrors as a child, they happened so often and occurred so often that the family kind of joked that they were living in a house that was being haunted by an entity named Harry the Ghost.
Okay. Yeah.
However, the night terrors he does have as a child do eventually go away.
And now he's having them again.
And now he's having them again. kind of the same night terrors. So over the next few years, Jim goes and sees various specialists, try to figure out what the hell is going on with his health. He does think all of these symptoms are connected in some shape or form. So the heart situation or the chest situation, the numbness and like the night terrors, he thinks they're all connected. He doesn't know how. He's like, it just all feels very relevant.
Sure.
So it takes about 3 years and multiple specialists all over the country for Jim to finally get some answers from a neurologist. So Jim is diagnosed with temporal limbic epilepsy, which is called TLE.
All right.
And one of the symptoms is like a type of seizure that happens in your chest, which I've never fucking heard of.
Okay.
And it was determined that Jim probably had TLE because of a head injury he had suffered about 5 years earlier.
Unrelated from the incident.
Unrelated from the incident, but there might be a connection. Okay, so besides the seizures, TLE can also cause hallucinations, which include a person feeling like they were having an out-of-body experience and also feeling unusual presence.
Sure. Wow, okay.
Which is fucking scary that like your brain can do that to you.
Yeah.
So, however, with TLE, the hallucinations are always the same, and the night terrors Jim was suffering always had something a bit different happening. So TLE, you were kind of having the same hallucination over and over again, is what it sounds like. So doctors are not sure what Jim is suffering from is a symptom of TLE, which is a bit weird. There's also the fact that Jim has been having night terrors since he was a kid. And this is well before, obviously, the head injury that caused the TLE to happen. And also before the camping trip, that was before he got the head injury that caused the TLE too. Just note there. Okay. Now we're going to go to 1986. This year, Jim's twin brother, Jack, starts having his own night terrors. In Jack's nightmares, he's also seeing a strange figure everywhere. So both brothers give a vague description of what the figure looks like. It has 2 arms and legs about 4 or 5 feet tall. However, in Jack's dream, he is standing in a room and Jim is there, but 2 other faces are also recognized in his dream.
It's so interesting.
Yeah. So, but there's 2 other people that he recognizes in his dream, Chuck and Charlie.
Okay.
And he describes the room as being like a hazy and it's filled with light as well. So in Jack's dream, he sees the 3 other men kind of sitting in a trance on like a bench. And then when he's like looking at the 3 men, this creature gets closer to him. It has big, shiny black eyes, no nose or mouth. And the creature is holding what is often described as like some sort of pointy object. And he like tries to like stick it in Jack's armpit.
Okay. Like to take his temperature or something?
Yeah, or like inject him with something, or who knows. Okay. So after the armpit moment, Jack always wakes up in a cold sweat and is terrified.
So weird.
Jack also talks about how he's freaked out for days about this dream, and it's just like kind of constantly thinking about it. Not like you have a dream.
So real.
Yeah, like you have a dream and you're like, fuck, that was weird. And then you kind of forget about it later in the day.
It's true. Most of my dreams, sadly.
Yeah. So Jack and Jim are having similar dreams, and they start talking about it. So then they begin to wonder if Chuck and Charlie are also having the same types of nightmares.
Reasonable assumption.
It turns out...
And it's really creepy.
It turns out Chuck and Charlie are also having similar reoccurring nightmares. Do you remember last summer when I called you?
Yes.
About that dream I had when I was camping? Like, I can still remember that dream vividly. So, like...
I know, there's a handful over the course of your life, and it doesn't happen often.
Yeah. And, like, so, like, reading the story freaks me out because of that. I'm like, was I abducted by aliens? Probably not. Let's be real.
I guess we'll have remains to be seen.
We'll never know. Okay. So, 12 years later after the incident in 1988, Jim reads this book called Communion, written by a guy named Whitley Strieber, who was a best-selling horror author at the time. But in this book, Strieber claims that he was experienced an alien abduction in 1985, where he also loses some time during this whole abduction. So after reading the book, Jim starts to wonder if he, his brother, and his buddies were also abducted, and maybe the reason that they were having similar nightmares is because it's an actual memory. And what happened to them is, like, they lost time 12 years ago in 1976. So he's like, shit, did that happen to us too? So lost time is a symptom of TLE. But this happened a few years before Jim had his injury that caused him to have the TLE. And TLE also doesn't really explain how 3 other men also have lost time at the exact same moment and how all 4 of these men are having similar nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
So Jim goes to talk to a psychiatrist, which seems like a good move.
Yeah.
About this whole situation. And the psychiatrist recommends that Jim talks to someone who specializes in UFO encounters, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And this is a guy named Raymond Fowler. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured because
big name.
you said Mufta or whatever.
Move on.
Did I say Mufta?
Yeah, don't be disrespectful to the nerds.
I'm sorry.
To the space nerds.
Don't be disrespectful to the space nerds. Okay. So Jim drives to a UFO conference in Boston, which I feel like we have to take you to one at some point in our lives.
We talked about that already. There are places that you can go that there's places in not far from where we live in Washington. In other parts of the state and other states where you can go with like a group of people and you just like go out there and look for UFOs.
Yeah. I feel like Washington is like one of the top
It's a hot
spots.
spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did not know that. But I mean, I'd go to a UFO conference with you.
But use just like any excuse to be up all night in the dark.
No, I'm not.
Oh, a conference.
A conference, bitch. That
okay.
a fucking.
Okay, yeah, a conference that would be interesting.
It'd be fun.
Some characters there. For sure.
Oh yeah, at least just nothing for people watching.
Yeah.
There probably have some weird snacks too. That'd be kind of fun.
Hopefully, it seems like it could also be boring.
Like a weird alien-shaped corn dog or something. I need that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just go to Roswell.
You can just go to Roswell.
True. I've never been to Roswell. Actually.
Oh really? I didn't know that. Well, you have to go. Okay, so he goes to this UFO conference in Boston where Fowler is going to be making a keynote speech. And Fowler is the director of investigations of the Mutual UFO Network, or MUFA. MUFON. God damn it. Oh, it's MUFON.
Yes.
MUFON.
MUFON, yeah.
It's a Mutual UFO Network.
Mm-hmm.
I did not put that together.
That's the only reason I
can install a car battery, but I can't fucking get an acronym. Anyways, okay. So Jim is able to talk to Fowler. Well, good job. Before the conference.
He got an audience with the man?
Yeah. I think he probably like flagged him out. This is the 80s, so it probably wasn't like.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's a good
not a big deal now. I don't know.
That's true.
So,
only real true believers at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, truly. X-Files hasn't been the thing yet.
Yeah.
Like Unsolved Mysteries, I don't think. Maybe Unsolved Mysteries is out at this point, but yeah. It's definitely still a fringe society, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Jim talks to Fowler, tells him the situation. He's like, we had this abduction, we think. We've lost some time. We're all having the similar dreams. What do you think, essentially? So Fowler is interested, obviously, as we all would be.
This checks a lot of boxes.
He's like, this is checking a lot of boxes. I think especially because it was 4 people that like are having the same like witness statement, essentially. I think really interests him because usually it's only 1 or 2 people.
Sure, pretty compelling for me.
Yeah, it's compelling in general. So Fowler is definitely interested, and then he tells Jim and the other guys story and suggests that Jim and the other guys go see a hypnotherapist.
Yeah, I thought that's what the therapist was going to suggest at first. So
yeah. So Fowler sets up an appointment with a hypnotherapist for Jim. It's actually a man that he has seen before, a man named Tony Constantino. Do you know that guy?
No.
Okay. So Jim listens to Fowler, takes the advice, and goes and visits Tony and have a hypnotherapy session. What are your thoughts on hypnotherapy?
Never tried it.
I don't think we could work on this.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to be willing to like let your.
I mean, I could be
control.
I could give it a try. I just can't think of anything that I would need that I've ever needed to like.
I've heard that people using it to like quit cigarettes and stuff.
Yes, totally.
And I've heard that works.
I wonder if they can help me in my insomnia. If they can help me with that, then I would 1,000% try it.
Yeah, you should try it.
I'm desperate to believe it at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the idea of like being susceptible to suggestion, and like someone could say something to me and like something.
Yeah, just you one-on-one with another person.
Yeah.
Then I guess you do have to believe that it could be real.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can hypnotize people.
Never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Actually, that's not true. I think there was like a senior night. I'm certain that
Oh.
a high school boyfriend was hypnotized. Were you not there?
No, I think I was at a party. We'd have very different high school experience.
She's like, I didn't go to that lame shit.
I was getting drunk. Yeah.
I won't say his name on the pod, but that's the only. And I think he did.
He
think
was
he
hypnotized?
Was hypnotized.
Yeah.
Seems like the type though.
Make him like be a chicken or
It
something.
was something dumb.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like, even like at the time, I recall now, like it didn't seem like he was lying
Yeah.
about it. I don't think I cared much either way, to be honest. I was like, whatever.
I mean, it's not like he did something bad while being
I
hypnotized.
wasn't that interested, I guess, one way or the other. But.
Yeah. It's a weird idea. Like, just being able to hypnotize someone and be like, you have to walk like a chicken now. Or like, you can't. I've seen people be like,
that's weird.
After you're done, you're not going to know what the number 3 is. And be like, can you count to 5 after? They'd be like 1, 2, 4, 5. They like don't know what 3 is. And then like they get them to snap out of it. That seems weird to me. I don't like it.
Well,
yeah.
I am here. If you could hypnotize people, you should just be doing it only for good all the time.
Yeah, but we all know that people don't do that.
I'm just like rude.
Okay, so at Jim's hypnotherapy session, Tony has Jim sit in a big comfy chair and listens to some calming music. Also, probably something you'd hear in a massage session. So once Jim is in a hypnotized state, Tony asks Jim to try to go back to the night of the UFO sighting. Originally, Jim just gives the story that they've already talked about with the gap of time. Like, he kind of doesn't recall anything else. So Tony then tries like a few other like kind of techniques to try to like open Jim's brain up to, or memory to remember this recovered time. And eventually Jim says that he starts to remember the lost time. And it's the same scenario that he's having in his dreams or his nightmares.
Sure.
And
Makes
so,
sense.
yeah, so it's being in a room with 3 or 4 unknown creatures that were taking turns examining himself, Jack, Chuck, and Charlie. Same like description of the room, filled with light, weird haze, weird creatures, the pointy thing in the armpit. It's like that's what he's like now saying is a memory and not a dream. So, to play devil's advocate in this moment. Jim had talked to Jack before going into hypnosis, and Jim knew that Jack was having almost the same nightmare as him.
Okay. Yeah.
So there is a chance that this recalled memory Jim is supposed to be having is a memory he's creating because Jack had described something to him too. Mm-hmm. So there's a very good chance of that.
Yeah.
Just to, play both sides of this.
Totally.
What do you guys say?
No, I agree. I think it's like they're obviously had this experience. They're going through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're all, I don't know, sort of be convincing.
Yeah.
Sort of reinforcing.
Yeah.
Confirmation bias, like reinforcing with
Absolutely.
each other, like what you're kind of looking for. So yeah, I think it's a good skeptical point of view.
Yeah. So after Jim's hypnosis appointment, Tony gave him explicit instructions not to read any literature on UFOs and to not talk to Jack, Chuck, or Charlie anymore about what he remembered.
Okay.
So he's kind of trying to like get rid of that bias, right? This is because Tony's going to hypnotize the 3 other men, and he wanted to see if they remembered anything about without like any sort of like extra
stop talking about it.
Yeah, outside suggestion. Yeah, it's like kind of crime 101, right?
Yeah, now we're doing an experiment.
Yeah. Yeah, I need like a control or something. Yeah. So Jack is up next for hypnosis. And during his session, he recalls the bright spotlight on the guys while in the canoe. He then remembers being like transported some way, like levitated, like, beamed me up, Scotty. I don't know.
Oh, so now someone remembers the commute.
Yeah, the commute. Yeah, the alien commute. He remembers getting like transported into a room filled with light, and it's like bright white light. Your face. He also remembers feeling paralyzed and being surrounded by unknown creatures with big black eyes.
The light makes sense when they talk about like
if it was a giant ball of light that looked like a mini sun.
I'm sort of thinking about a lot of different things. Like my mind goes to like, what kind of tech is it, or what is it that we don't understand?
Yeah.
That like is that this energy source that they, if we're assuming,
Yeah.
that they're harnessing to use.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you talk about how bright it is, I'm thinking about how painful and jarring that would be. I don't even like a bright light, an overhead light on my house.
Yeah.
And they've got these big black eyes, so like maybe they're like screens. Or
Oh
something,
yeah, that's like some shading.
Like there's something about their eyes that are not bothered by.
Yeah,
that
well, if
light.
if their eyes are all black, you think about like how your pupil dilates.
Yes,
like it's probably like the opposite. Like usually our pupils get really small.
I'm just thinking about the biology of whatever the thing is.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, so then Jack also remembers seeing the 3 other men that we've already talked about sitting on a bench nearby and kind of being in a trance-like state as well. So then Jack also remembers being poked in the armpit with some sort of tool, just like Jim. That is a whole new thing that he had brought up during this session that he had never recalled before, the being poked in the armpit.
Like,
so Jim remembered that.
Armpit?
I don't know. Put something in, take something out.
Yeah, it's like a lymphatic.
Yeah, your lymph nodes are there. That's a very good point. So deodorant you're using, if you're using any, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So Charlie is up next for hypnosis. And he has almost the exact same memories recovered as well. He is also able to describe the room in more detail. He says that the room was very sterile, almost like a doctor's office. And that he remembers seeing a cabinet and it was filled with what looked like medical equipment to him. He also said that the room had a window, and out the window he could see the lake and the canoe.
Like in the dark?
But remember, this thing was bright and it was kind of illuminating everything.
Okay.
He said that it had a window and then he could see the lake and the canoe, and they were in a room above, hovering in above the water.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So Charlie also remembers the men being taken to a different room, and the floor in the room had a giant ball of light, and one by one it took them back down to shore. Mm. So he almost remembers the entire thing, more detail. Mm. So
wow.
the last person to be interviewed and hypnotized is Chuck Rack.
Okay.
Attorney at law. Chuck is.
I trust him.
Wow, I can't believe I wrote this.
I'd call him if I got arrested for DUI or something. The time.
The 1-800 DUI away. Chuck Rack. I wrote this in this fucking note. I didn't even look at it or laugh. This must have been late at night. So Chuck is a harder nut to crack. I'm so stupid. With the hypnotism, and he begins to have the same memories of the other men, though. It takes a little bit longer to get him into a relaxed state to get to recall these memories, essentially. So Tony then asks Chuck if he's seen the creatures before that he was describing during this specific instance, and Chuck responds with, during hypnosis, is yeah, when I was a little kid.
Wait, he asked me if he remembers seeing the creatures, and he said, I remember.
Yeah, he says, yeah, I remember seeing them when I was a little kid. Which is weird. So then Chuck, during hypnosis, Chuck says that when he was about 3 or 5, he had seen a creature that looked like one of the UFOs for the first time, and they would periodically come back through his life. So
that's what people say.
Like you said before,
mm-hmm.
That's they kind of continue to visit.
Mm-hmm.
So Chuck describes this memory from childhood, kind of after hypnosis, to Jack's wife, Mary, because he's trying to talk about it. He's I had this really weird memory of seeing this weird entity, and I was a really little kid. And he's telling it to Jack's wife, Mary. And that's when Mary makes the connection to Jim's old ghost buddy, Harry the Ghost.
Wow.
Because what Chuck is describing, sounds very similar to what Jim was experiencing as a child too, Harry the Ghost.
Chuck is just a friend.
Yeah, not the brother.
And now they're kind of having these shared experiences from childhood.
Yeah.
Or maybe a memory.
Yeah, or some sort of shared experience or memory is what it sounds like. So after all the hypnotherapy sessions, Tony and Raymond are both convinced that these men have encountered a UFO in Allagash. And over a decade earlier, then maybe these men had been visited by aliens throughout their entire lives after this because of that like weird connection. So Jim, Jack, Charlie, and Chuck all take polygraph tests and pass it with flying colors after the hypnosis. But there's something to be said about that, because if you're hypnotized in a highly suggestible state, you're gonna like eventually believe whatever you're being hypnotized for as a memory. So you're not thinking you're lying, is I guess is what the point I was trying to make there. So in 1993, Raymond Fowler, he wrote a book about this abduction and the hypnosis interviews. It's called The Allagash Abductions, which I wish I had time to read before this. I did not.
Oh, no.
I always like find these books like during research. I'm like, fuck, like it'd been nice to know about that book. So this causes a bit of media sensation because, I mean, the story after the book, and it's featured on some national daytime TV talk shows and on Unsolved Mysteries. OG Unsolved Mysteries, not the new one. Also, it's on like the Joan Rivers show, which I did not know that Joan Rivers had her own TV show, like talk show in early 90s.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
She looked very different back then.
Mm-hmm. But that was her whole thing. She joked about like having a shit ton of plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So, while this story is compelling and interesting, it's also met with some skepticism, obviously. So, some people find it a little hokey with how stereotypical the whole abduction sounds. Like, the aliens with the big black eyes, the no mouth, like the little creatures with like, you know, just like the whole description of like everything is like, everyone's like, really? Like you couldn't even come up with something new. But however, something to think about when it comes to pop culture references of alien encounters and UFOs in general is they all have been created from documented encounters. So like this idea of like an alien is because someone experienced that in real life and described it. Whether or not that's a real encounter, we don't know, but like it's all coming from like eyewitness accounts. Anecdotal. Yes, evidence. Thank you. Yeah. So like it might seem hokey and weird and kind of cheesy now, but like it was at one point like a legitimate like new find, right?
Right, and it was a common
kind of common thread in theme.
Yes.
Yeah.
That might not have been in like influenced by popular media, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Before the movies and all the
Even like the movies though, take all that stuff, like all the eyewitness accounts as like a reference to this.
But when was E.T. was out in the 80s?
Yeah, E.T. was the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm talking like little like gray or green men. Those are like the big ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's also the criticism that people under hypnosis are more susceptible to creating false memories, like we just talked about. Yeah. Especially if you go into your session thinking you're going to recover a memory about being abducted by aliens.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah, your brain can just kind of create that memory and then you will believe it.
Yeah.
So
the fact that they were hypnotized is like maybe not helpful here. In this
it's like maybe not helpful.
Or maybe you just throw the whole thing out. If it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That evidence you can like separate.
Yeah.
And look at everything else.
It doesn't really
less compelling.
Like the dreams though. Before that.
All I think about is like if I was in that situation.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right? Yeah. So even if the memories were made up, it still does explain the nightmares the men were having. Like, and they were having them all before the hypnotherapy sessions. And they were having them all like individually before even like talking to each other.
Yeah.
So there isn't like that suggestion there either.
No, I think it's either
unless
like
they're
you
lying.
have to believe them or they're lying. And I guess I can never imagine, and for most occasions I can't understand why someone would lie about it, but I also don't understand why the sweet Tracy was stabbed to death. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't understand why people do things that they do.
Humans are weird.
Or why a man would call and say
that he confessed to that crime.
Yes. Like people just do.
Let's talk about the crime from last week, by the way.
You just don't understand why people do what they do.
Why people do the way people are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do weird shit, so I'm like, why do they do that?
They don't lie or like do
no
shit.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would Yeah. But then, so it's either a lie or it's true, and it always comes down to that.
Yeah. That's exactly me. That's why it bugs me.
Yeah.
There's another thing actually. So, in 2016, our main man Chuck Rack comes forward and claims that during the camping trip, all 4 of the men have gotten high on hashish,
Oh, no.
which
Okay.
is like a really potent type of marijuana.
Yes, that's what I understand it.
Yeah.
Never done it. Don't know.
Yeah,
But
me either.
I feel like, what's the dabbing? Is that similar to modern day?
Maybe. I would imagine.
Is dabbing the 2024, the hashish of 2024?
Maybe. That's a very good question. I actually.
And an expert here to ask.
Right? We need a person. I mean, like, we are in Washington. We can just probably.
Just holler out the front
Right,
door.
yeah. Hello? Yeah.
You got it.
So this kind of goes against the original claim that all the men were like not on drugs. Right. They said like, so they told the ranger specifically, they're like, we weren't high, like this fucking happened. We don't know what happened. And that they claimed that the only thing they had like alcohol wise in them was like an 8-pack of beer between 4 men. It's like,
I also doubt that.
I mean, it's weight.
But they had a boat.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, they did canoe. You're not wrong. I mean, if I'm bringing alcohol on a camping trip like that, I'm bringing whiskey. Because
I guess so. The beer's
not
not
bringing-
cold in
yeah,
August.
I'm bringing bourbon to like sip at the campsite each night. Because it will last me the entire thing.
See, this is a problem. I don't want to sip
I
bourbon.
know,
but
you
if
don't
I'm-
like bourbon.
If I'm backpacking, then what else do you do? That's what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
And you can have like red wine.
Yeah, I guess
'Cause that's room
a lot
temp.
of liquid.
Yeah. But I mean,
You're right.
but
Okay.
it's still
I
not
would
an
probably
8-pack
red
of beer.
wine over
Yeah. Yeah.
bourbon.
There's always a solution. Let's be real.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'll just there are ways.
There's always an alcohol solution.
Clearly
I
an
promise
important
you.
part of the
It
life.
is. God damn it.
In
Sometimes
the context of this podcast.
that time too fun where you fucking hike up to like a alpine lake. You've like been hiking all day. You get to sit down. You get to drink some whiskey. Is crucial.
You know what? I
Right.
think because your body is depleted, because you are tired, because you're like you've had that early morning daylight, and
mhm.
like now you're like on a good circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much, and then you're like, let me sleep
You do.
like
yeah.
a baby.
You do go sleep at like 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little lights out. You're like, I am exhausted. Anyways, okay, back to Chuck. So Chuck then continues and basically recants the entire story. The dreams, the hypnotherapy, etc. But he still maintains that they did see something in the sky during the camping trip, but they were all just very high at the time.
Damn, Chuck. He was like, you know what, Chuck? Is he really a lawyer?
No.
Oh.
No, we'll just speed that up.
I was like,
Chuck-
did he have to protect his reputation?
No. Chuck is not a DUI lawyer.
Chuck spoke the truth.
I mean, Chuck Rack missed the opportunity to be a DUI lawyer. Anyways, okay, so
And Chuck's speaking truth. He's saying
he's speaking some
we
truth.
exaggerated.
However, Jim, Jack, and Charlie all maintained that they had not been high in hashish on the camping trip. They say that Chuck is lying because basically back in the 90s, he was really trying to get the group to create more attention about the Allagash case and create drama about it. He like wanted them to like go against Robert Fowler and Tony Costantino because like these guys made this shit up. He wanted them to like basically that like no publicity is bad publicity type of thing. He wanted them. He wanted to create more drama so they could get more money.
What kind of money were they getting?
Like interviews from like televised interviews, like phone interviews, fucking National
So he
Enquirer.
said, I need a quick paycheck.
Yeah,
And if I say I lied, people are going to want to interview me.
Yeah, he basically was trying to extend that 15 minutes of fame.
Sure.
Is what they were saying.
Honestly, okay, so an argument, if I'm, okay. Okay, hold on.
No,
So he's either
please tell me.
telling the truth right
Yeah.
now and he's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Or he's like, this didn't get me anything.
So
but
now I'm
this
going to
is-
make up more bullshit.
And I might
Get
as
more
well
attention,
because
yeah.
it doesn't matter because it already happened to me.
Mhm.
People don't believe me and it doesn't matter, but at least I can get paid for it.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what they're saying
And
is
then
like
it's working for
he's just
my
trying to create
favor.
more drama right now because like this case has kind of gone wayside. Like, you know, not as many people are talking about it.
Okay.
And there's also the fact that,
Wow. And
like,
now he sort of does sound like a,
yeah,
what's his name?
Chuck Rack, a DUI lawyer.
He's kind of. And now
He's like an alien ambulance chaser.
2 minutes ago, I was like, he's speaking the truth, then. Now I'm like,
He's a dirty rat.
Yes,
Yeah.
traitor.
Traitor.
Skis.
It sounds like a fucking like television drama or something.
I can see both sides. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. So during this like scheme that Chuck was trying to come up with, the other three guys were like, we don't want to do that. Like, this is gonna like take away from our story.
Mm-hmm.
And this caused like a pretty big rift in the relationship and like the friendship between like all four of them.
Yeah, I see that.
And the three other guys and Chuck kind of fell out of the friend group, and they were kind of wondering if he also did this because he was kind of upset and sad that like he like lost his buddies because they didn't like want to do the same thing he did.
Okay.
So who do we believe here? The three men who still maintain their original story and the memories they recovered. The man who decided to flip everything upside down and change his story over 40 years later. What about the validity of the hypnosis and the men who can clearly make a profit from it, like Tony Constantino and Robert Fowler? But if the memories from the hypnosis are not real, what about the nightmares the men were having? Do we believe these men? Or is the truth somewhere between the lines, never to be clearly seen, just like the bottom of the lake in the Allagash wilderness?
Bitch!
And that is the Allagash Incident.
I love it.
Thank
I
you.
just know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who to believe either. The dream thing really freaks me out.
There's not a lot of like physical proof in this case.
Right, totally.
So I don't know, man.
But that's the thing with every alien thing, is like there's never any physical proof.
Well,
We just have to speculate.
there's no burns in this case.
There's no burns, you're right. This is not the
Mhm.
Falcon Lake incident. I believe Stephen Mekulik more than this one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the story for a week.
Imagine like what it would be like
Being
Just, like,
abducted,
it's, like, fucking mind blowing. Like,
right? Losing time. The losing time thing would be really fucking weird.
Completely.
Like just being on shore after
Yeah.
being in a canoe.
The
You're
whole
like,
thing sounds like a nightmare.
yeah, truly. That's it. And we will see you guys next week. And until next time.
Stay girl and curious. Night.